Alrighty, what's going on everybody, Ninja Star here, and today we are back at it again with a Dragon Ball video for you all. Now today's Dragon Ball video is once again going to be a Dragon Ball video reflecting back at something that's happened in the past of the series of Dragon Ball, and basically discussing was it a good idea, was it a bad idea, my thoughts on it, a potential theory, whatever, you know, something along those lines. And today's video is going to be talking about Zenkai Boosts, otherwise known as Saiyan Power. Now, Zenkai Boosts, by definition, let's just start off in case any of you don't know what it is. A Zenkai Boost is pretty much when a Saiyan takes enough damage after a battle, which Saiyans are known for their, extreme power and will in battle itself. And a Zenkai Boost, if the Saiyan somehow manages to survive after that battle, and he gets some healing done, like let's say a Senzu Bean, like how Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan did, they get even stronger than they were before, and this is how they keep on improving as fighters overall. Now, this idea, it didn't bother me too much when I was watching Dragon Ball Z for the first time, but I think over time, it's suddenly come to me that this idea, is it even that great? Did it just come off as lazy writing on Toriyama's part, or was it actually a genius giving some improvement for other characters to come? Well, that's what we'll be discussing in today's video. Now, I think when Zenkai Boosts were, first being introduced and whatever, they were actually really well thought of because, it gives the Saiyans a chance to improve and isn't, too overly used or anything like that, and I love how they, did it. And then, the best way to recover from it was the Senzu Beans itself. And the Senzu Beans, they've helped the Z Fighters and Dragon Team several times. But I feel like the Senzu Beans kind of ruined the concept of, the overall extreme power and whatnot of a Zenkai Boost. Because as long as you have Senzu Beans, you'll get even stronger as a fighter. And no matter how strong the will and pride of a Saiyan is, they're going to keep having those Senzu Beans to go off the Zenkai Boost. And, they're going to get even stronger and it won't be as interesting, in my opinion at least. And that's kind of where the series went to a certain point. Now, when they were I remember in the future, in the history of Trunks' Dragon Ball Special, they didn't have that many Senzu Beans. So with Zenkai Boost, it took longer and longer. Yeah, they were extremely low on Senzu Beans, so every single battle, Gohan and Trunks had to basically make it out and try to survive, and it would take a long time for them to heal up, but once they would fully heal up, they would get that Zenkai Boost, and it would feel a lot more rewarding, because it's not just being given to you, like how, the Senzu Bean treatment was in the present timeline, and I don't like how they did that in terms of writing. It just felt, as the series progressed, it felt way too easy for everyone, and that's why Senzu Beans were fine in the original Dragon Ball, at least in my opinion. But, oh my gosh, the way the Zenkai Boost and Senzu Beans would constantly be used over and over again, it just ruined the concept of the improving as fighters, and it's just like a free boost up while you're at it, you don't have to really work that hard for it, because, let's be real, the Senzu Bean supply is always going to be there nonetheless, and I didn't like how they implemented that feature, but, I think Zenkai Boost, the overall concept of it, is actually not a bad idea. Like what I said, I like the fact that the Saiyans are improving after each battle, and if they somehow make it out alive, they can sort of get better and stuff, and that's why, in the, it's heavily implied that in the episode of Bardock's special, I think a couple years ago or something like that when it came out, Bardock, it's basically him recovering after Frieza's giant supernova attack, and he comes off onto this planet, and it's highly assumed that he gets a huge Zenkai Boost, and the reason for this is because, he was completely healed by the people on that planet or whatnot, and everything like that, so I like how they did it there, because it wasn't, overusing of one specific, style, if that makes sense. Now, I understand that Zenkai Boosts have pretty much boosted up the Saiyans overall, and without these Zenkai Boosts, the Saiyans probably wouldn't even be able to, let's say, survive against their next enemy. Look at freaking, if Vegeta and Goku never got their Zenkai Boosts back on the Saiyan Saga, they would have probably never even stood a chance on Namek, let alone Frieza, so, I mean, there you go, it goes to show that these do help for story progression, because you'll get stronger and be able to face the next enemy and whatnot, but I think overall, it's just the Senzu Beans that are kind of ruining the overall feel of the Zenkai Boost and whatnot, so yeah. And it's also kind of frustrating at the same time when Dragon Ball Super kind of rolled around. I try not to always diss Super, but there are some times where I feel like, it goes a little too far, and with Zenkai Boost, it was come on, bro, way too much right there. Look at what happened with Super Saiyan God Goku. Luckily, God Goku, red-haired one, was only in one arc, so that made it a little easier. But since it got the healing powers or whatnot, since Super Saiyan God has all those healing powers, it means like after each blow that you're gonna get, you're still gonna recover from that. So you don't even need a Senzu Bean. That completely ruined the feel of Zenkai Boosts. Now moving on to later words in Dragon Ball Super with Goku Black. Goku Black was able to pretty much just improve because he was in Goku's body and still got those Zenkai Boosts. Now he wasn't really using any Senzu Beans or anything like that. It just came down to overall recovering from each battle with his, you know, Super Saiyan Rose and whatnot, and just having some time to rest up. And that was fair, because it wasn't like overusing too much, but I did feel like if no matter how strong Goku Black was and how strong Goku's body was, it can't recover that quickly because of how used to Senzu Beans it is. Like, no, it doesn't always work that way. Like when you don't have that giant healing thing that just helps you out all the way, then I mean you're gonna get hurt a lot harder than it seems, at least in my opinion. So it just comes down to that, and that explains how Goku Black was able to get stronger after each battle and whatnot. And I mean, that's fair and all, but the problem is I don't really get how he was able to just completely heal up all the way when it's implied they didn't really have Senzu Beans in the future and whatnot. So I mean, there's that as well, and you know, I kind of... It does help the Z Fighters improve, but I think what the problem is with Zenkai Boost. Overall, concluding this whole like short little discussion video for the video, I think it just comes down to Zenkai Boosts are a cool idea, and they do definitely help the Saiyans improve, but the problem is when the healing itself gets overused too much, that's when it kind of just comes off as redundant, and it's like, oh, okay, they're going to survive after this battle and get even stronger. What a surprise. So, I don't know, I don't like predictable writing like that. Like, I don't want everything to completely change with no explanation, but this feels kind of boring, if it makes sense. Like, you know they're going to survive, get stronger, face the next enemy, everything's going to be fine. So yeah, that's just a little video for you all. I want to hear what you all have to say on this topic. It could just be me. Like, this was just like a rambling one-take video for you all to enjoy and listen to and whatnot. And that's pretty much all I had to say. What do you guys think? Do you guys disagree, thinking like, you know, the healing doesn't ruin and the Zenkai Boosts make complete sense? Or do you guys like agree what I'm saying? I think Zenkai Boosts are a cool idea and all, but the fact that it's so easy to regenerate now doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's just gonna be my video for all. Thank you all so much for watching, and Ninja out. Peace, everybody. And oh my gosh, I'm really tired because I like just woke up not too long ago and I'm recording the video. So yeah.